All right, took a couple of minutes to get paired, but we are against the Scandamaniac. Snow-covered island, Serum Visions. I think we already know what we're up against. I talked about this being a tell in the deck tech. Now it's gonna be like Storm, and for the fake out. Ellisnor not the best draw. I don't really know what I want to Serum Visions for yet, so no reason to pay life. Scour, Sleight of Hand, Serum Vision. So it is Storm. Alright. Yeah. Or a combo of some kind, I assume Storm. But, see? It's not always a tell. Not always a tell. Often a tell, but not always a tell. I don't think I have to hold up Path this turn. I think I can get away with Talisman Visions. Before I Visions, I want to shuffle, so I will do so. Don't need the black. Rather have the life. Talisman. And Visions. Ooh. Hello. I don't mind if I do. The Talisman's really awesome in this deck because since you don't have the Seed of the Synod or Chrome Moxes to sort of jumpstart your combo if you thirst away the sword, having an artifact already in play, even though it sucks to like lose a mana when you're going off with a combo, the difference between 4 Thopters a turn and 5 Thopters a turn is not usually going to be a huge, make or break price point. But being able to jumpstart your combo through having the artifact already in play is very, very worthwhile. Manamorphose is fine. We have Probe, sure. We have Path for Electromancer, Muddle for stuff, and combo online next turn. I say combo online, but it's still going to take, 4 turns to kill the opponent. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Another Manamorphose. I suppose that is fine. It's a little tempting to like Thirst in response and find a snare, or just straight up muddle it. But if I muddle it, then I don't get to start making Thopters next turn. I'd rather wait. Fetch tapped. Oh, nothing else this turn? It was very weird sequencing from our opponent. They started going off and then like didn't crack their fetch. And then played a duel before cracking the fetch and Serum Visioning. All very strange sequencing. I will discard an artifact, please. Ooh, I can discard 2 swords, actually. Do I want to? Probably. Because I'm not going to be able to play the sword anyway. I'm going to have to play Foundry, hold up Muddle, and sacrifice something. I don't think my clock really changes. So I might as well have this extra sword tucked away. Or actually, I can keep the sword and pitch the Ellis Norn. Honestly, I'm close enough to casting Ellis Norn, which could actually be, take a turn off the clock. Alright. It's kind of a weird decision point in the game I didn't think that I would necessarily come to. But here we are. I kind of want to have Path and Muddle up. So I am going to cast it like this. And what I could do is sacrifice the talisman and then path a Thopter to give me my mana back, but still jumpstart the combo. It might be worthwhile. I'll have 5 and then see Chrome Coast is 6. Path another and cast Elish Norn. Might be worth it. Desperation Ritual. Sure. Past in Flames. Gonna have to muddle that. Cracking this for a thing right now doesn't really make any sense. Yeesh. Alright, well. We might just be dead after all. I guess I messed up. I'm supposed to counter the ritual on the way back. Because now a land drop in a ritual gets up to 7 mana, which is enough to Past in Flames and Ritual again. And they need the second ritual. Yeah, that was a pretty big mistake. Oh, they had another past anyway. No, it actually still matters because this Desperate Ritual is still key. Whoops. My secrets are bare. Still can't F6 though. Still has to do 21. Not like Ascendancy is active or anything. There's the Electromancer. Bang. Bang. Helping with the storm count, but can't let Electromancer stay in play when they still have rituals to go. Can just do this now and then F6 and twiddle the thumbs. First I have to click yes a couple times. There we go. 3-5. The beatdown. 5-7. Hey, we didn't die. And we drew a good card. Yoink. Three, 4, 5, 6. I'm lethal no matter what with Elish Norn, actually. Playing this on tap would only get me to 7 if Ellis Norn were to get remanded or something anyway, so no real point. Yeah, scoured into Ritual Manamorphose. And they're about to back a Past in Flames. They have to have a ritual to start now, though. If they just had a land before, then they had Past Ritual to jumpstart it with a Manamorphose. Or no, the Manamorphose was gone, so they needed to hit the Manamorphose. So they have to have Ritual now. Yeah, Thopters are lethal now. Still need to find a Ritual. Super lethal now. Still need to find a Ritual. Oh. One more. Oh, did they play a land or did I miscount? Two. Yeah. They're gonna get a lot of looks. Storm count, not really the biggest issue. Though I can gain 3 life. Ascension. What does that do? The Manamorphose is gone, right? So they have to find another Manamorphose? They've only gone through... Oh no, they've gone through 3. Yeah, all this mana that you're making with the Ascension doesn't matter unless you have the 4th Manamorphose. Yeah, another Desperate Ritual. Maybe double Grape Shot is good enough? Desperate Ravings. Copied with Ascension. Bye-bye Electromancer. Bye-bye Grape Shot. Makes it less likely we get double Grape Shot. Storm counts at 13 right now. They do not have enough mana to Past in Flames again. And Grape Shot. Another Desperate Ravens from hand copied. Ascension discarded. Strand discarded. 3 mana left. Ascension active. It's gonna be a close one. If they found the Manamorphose, they win. But if they didn't, maybe they don't even win with Manamorphose. They've gone through a lot of rituals. 2, 3, 4, 5 exiled and none in the yard. Huh. Storm is at 14, so still one. Yes! Still one Grape Shot doesn't do it. It would have to be double Grape Shot, because there's no way to get Storm high enough. With that little mana, there's no way to get Storm high enough to get to 22 damage because of Thopter Sword. So, an interesting win. we will be making some adjustments. Iona definitely comes in. I definitely want counter magic and the extra gifts and Tormod's Crypt. I'm less hot on Path, but I need to keep the Electromancers honest. Detention Sphere and Oblivion Ring both kill Ascension and a preemptive Electromancer, as well as Sphere dealing with Empty if they go on the Empty plan. Though I can't imagine that that is fruitful for the opponent. It's possible combo's just not worth it, and I should just focus on the Gifts Ungiven package. Like, cut like this. And just really go for gifts. I still have access to Thopter Sword if I need it. Kind of like that. Could even cut another one of these to put this path back in. Better safe than sorry. Explosives, same thing. Deals with the Ascension and Empty tokens and Electromancer. And I can actually just lead with it on 2. Alright, let's try this. I left in the Elish Norn just in case. But it's going to be all about Iona. See, these colonnades are just embarrassing, but... Well, the second one is embarrassing. The first one is basically free. I'm gonna keep, because Thirst heals all wounds. Or cures all bad keeps. Thirst cures all bad keeps. That's his tagline. Drinking this mysterious, gelatinous, bubbly blue ooze. Being probed on 1 feels bad. I don't know how much my opponents take advantage of the information, but I always wish that I was the one doing the probing. I guess nobody likes being probed, but nobody likes having a Catexian probe cast against them either. That is not an ideal draw. Thankfully we have this Thirst. And she's got a buddy to go to the yard with, too. Alright, well, we have Sphere next turn. GQ Magazine for our 4th land drop, which is good. Gonna be a turn back from Sphere, which is annoying. This is aggressive Manamorphose use, unless, Ascension's getting active this turn somehow. Which I doubt, but is possible. Whenever I play Storm, I just want to hold Manamorphose forever, because it's just the most important card. Okay. Pretty priced into this. Can't let Ascension get active. We'll use that ability, thank you. What a kind offer. Yeah, I figured with the aggressive use of the first one, but I think I'm better off not letting them use all their mana to get this one active, because then I get to Thirst and theoretically dig towards another way to kill this. basic. I do have EE, Purge, and Disenchant, as well as the Oblivion Ring. Alright, Ascension is active. Not much we can do about it right now. See, this Metamorphose wasn't needed to get it active. I mean, maybe the card was the difference maker, but... Metamorphose with Ascension active is just... I mean, it's just cheating. You're just breaking the rules of Magic. 2 mana, draw 2, add 4 mana. Of any kind you want. Yeah. Funny Magic, as they call it. I'm trying to think of what prompts me to thirst. Like, if they do just cast a Metamorphose here, do I thirst and try and snare one of the copies? Probably not. I definitely do if it's a ritual. Probably don't if it's a Metamorphose. Maybe I should have main phased it because I could draw a Tormod's Crypt. Woof. Yeah, what am I holding this up for? I know I only have exactly Tormod's Crypt, because I wouldn't want to cast my Serum Visions, and my counters I can get at instant speed anyway. But I do have a copy of Tormod's Crypt in my deck that was worth getting if I could. My thirsts are a lot worse if I'm cutting all my combo cards too. I think I want to go back to like Shave a Path, shave some stuff, and add a couple more copies of the combo. Even like Thopter Foundry just making a couple tokens is like a good clock. Or at least thirst fodder. Land drop. Electro Daddy. Ritual. Yeah, I mean, no real choice. Yeah, it went through. Probably still dead from that one copy anyway. Like, Past in Flames goes off and there's nothing I can do. Only run one ritual, but 2 Metamorphose with Ascension active is more than enough. As you can see, I keep a hand where Thirst is supposed to get me there and literally die before... Ooh! I was going to say literally die before casting it, but I can beat Empty the Warrens. One of my outs is gone here. But I have 2 turns. I have gifts for Elish Norn. And Engineered Explosives, I think, are my 2 outs, now that D-Sphere is gone. T-West finds Explosives. Ooh, you're a little late. I think I have to get Explosives. I can't just, like, die to Grape Shot. If my opponent can continue to go off with Ascension, there's not much I can do about it. Yeah. Kaboom. Am I dead? Flashback Ravings? Jory N. Huh. Welcome to the grindhouse. I mean, I left in all my paths. It's literally 3 mana draw a card here. You might draw another card next turn. This seems too cute. I don't think this is worth it for a Storm deck. Pyretic Ritual. More Ascensions. More Rituals. Probably scooping to a Past in Flames. Third Ascension. Good to know they aren't skimping on those. Ah, the old splice Ritual onto Ritual. Up to 18 mana? Getting Bane fired here? Oh wow, they had to get this active. They used their whole hand to get this active, and now Manamorphose. If their card sucks, they should Ravings now? Okay, they let it resolve. They only have access to 1 Ravings, but it does copy twice. Discard. Empty Mire Electromancer. Visions, yeah. They went up to 7 cards. Now they're going up to 8. Can't imagine I'm alive. Alright, we're dead. And I got to check my email. Yeah, I think I want a little more of this action. I don't know how much more of that action. It's kind of tempting to just like have a Wrath, but I guess I have enough answers to empty with Elish Norn, D-Sphere, and Explosives hiding over here, as well as T-West for Explosives. And just like if I have Thopter Sword online, they're just, I'm gonna outrun their goblins pretty quickly. Alright, I'm just gonna shave a path like I planned. Try and get a Gifts Ungiven draw. That's close. The Iona's in my hand, which is unfortunate, but I do have Thirst to get rid of it. I have Talisman into Snare. And then Thirst or Gifts. Alright, kind of doing it. Adjacent to doing it. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Alright, opponent kept 6 and Scry to the top. And shockingly enough, has a cantrip on 1. Hope they don't probe and see my snare. That's going to be a valuable card to be hidden. Not many watch wolves getting snared these days. Not sure this this art is really applicable anymore. Alright, well there's my 4th land. F6 through my turn, so hopefully I don't signal that I have a snare. I was fasting the trigger of that F2 for that mire as well. Looks like they are going to let me snare something. That's nice. Bang. Listen, get Watery Grave. So I'm probably supposed to just gifts for Unburial Ellisnorn? It feels wrong, but it's probably right. I could also just cast Thirst this turn, so that I can have a more informed gifts. Might be a better way to do it. Because like if I just hit Unburial Rites straight up, I can just cast it off this strand. If I hit a snare, I can snare this puppy. Not the most mana efficient, but I am going to Thirst in response. Okay. So I discard this and like Mystic Gate. It was kind of a bad brick, but ooh, stuck in a weird spot again, actually. I guess I can just Visions. If I hit something for this, I can cast that. If I don't, I can play Strand, Gifts. Hope I don't die, and hope Iona's good enough. If I'm gonna do that, should I shuffle first anyway? Or if I'm gonna do that anyway, should I shuffle first? Because the point of keeping the Strand was that if I drew exactly on Burial Rites, I wanted to be able to get my Watery Grave. But I'm gifting for it now. Like if I Serum Visions into it... No, because if I Serum Visions into it now, after fetching for a basic, then I'm actually kind of screwed. Alright. Another Serum Visions. So I can take this Dispel if I want it. Don't think I do. I think I want to just cast Gifts. Right? Hope I survive and get Iona online? Seems reasonable to me. Lead with Sleight of Hand. So Ascension probably going active. Probably going active this turn, but hopefully they can't use it this turn. Like it gets its second counter, but they can't really copy stuff with it. Okay. Needed another cantrip. Those are different named rituals. Empty. Empty for 8 is no good. Empty for 8's way no good. So I get Iona now, and then I can 2 West for explosives after. I probably name red. Oh, target you. And I think I'm close enough to just casting Ellisnorn that I don't have to worry about binning it. I can just bin Unburial and Sword of the Meek. Sorry, the rest of my cards are named on Burial Rites and or Sword of the Meek. And this means I can cast Thopter Foundry this turn also. I really do feel like I'm supposed to name red. No, like this isn't even active. If they empty again, it's not a big deal. It's gonna be pretty hard to grape shot this down in a turn. I just don't want to get it bounced. This is gonna stink if I get... They go like Ritual Combust or something crazy like that. I will be blocking. Because the difference between 6 and 7 with one card in hand is the same. You can get explosives. Actually, 7 Thopters is just lethal. Nah, I'll play it safe. And victory against what I have to assume is one of our worst matchups. We definitely have a lot of play. Like we have, you know, some counters and some disruption and some weird angles of attack. But looking at the list, I would venture to guess that Gerry did not build his deck to beat combo. Seemed like he was very interested in beating creature decks and other like dirtily blue control decks. Like, yay! Like people trying out Ancestral Visions and Thopter Foundry, and Gerry wanted to beat those people and like the aggro people. So to get a win off a combo is a good feeling.